Now, if you tuned in for the Charlotte race, expecting to see the Charlotte race, there's been a bit of a problem. I don't quite know how to say this, so we're just gonna come out and say it. The Charlotte race was erased. We don't know what happened. It's only ever happened once before, and luckily I managed to catch it before it did it all again. But for some reason the catch card, it didn't catch it, and by the time I realised, too late, it was gone. Luckily though, I do have the results for Charlotte on me. I'll put them up as a separate screen, probably in the corner, just to show that I did actually do it. But normally what I do, sometimes I take photos to just in case this happens. Luckily this is only the second time this happened, not on this game, but the first time on this game. So whether that's a problem on Heat 3 or not, we don't know. But we actually won Charlotte, hence is why you'll see that I'm advanced to the round of 8. Truex Jr. finished second, Kevin Harvick third, Chase Elliott, then Joe Logano, Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin and Ryan Newman, your top 10. No one really did terrible that was in the chase, although probably Clint Boyer, he finished 24th, and that was probably about it. Basically Charlotte, we started around the 20th, 28th position I think it was, and we held around there, and then we won it on fuel strategy. So that's the story of Charlotte. So apologies if you were expecting Charlotte, but it's Talledega you're going to be getting. Hence is why the championship looks like this. So we have advanced. Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson is your top 8. Then followed by Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch and Clint Boyer, who are on the outside looking in. Also, Charlotte, very surprisingly, was a reasonably clean race. We didn't do too much out there that annoyed anyone. So hence is why everyone's sort of similar. Although we seem to have gained Michael McDowell as a friend. I actually thought Clint Boyer was a rival, but he obviously isn't. So that's the story of Charlotte, and that's why we're on Talledega and not Charlotte. So we'll refocus everything. The next race will be the Alabama 500 from Talledega Superspeedway. Again, I cannot apologise enough for why Charlotte didn't appear. It's one of those things. So we'll get out there and we'll get qualified with Talledega. So here we are again then, folks, at Talledega Superspeedway, and once again I have to keep apologising for what happened with Charlotte. It's one of those things that happen, but you know, we've got to live with it, unfortunately. So we're gonna, you know what, we're gonna qualify last around here anyway, so we may as well just start the race, mightn't we? Well, no, we thought about it. We'll get qualified. We'll see if we can do any better than what we already have done, because we got momentum on our side, so that should help us out a wee bit. And of course it's a plate race, so that's the wrong button. It's that button right there. There we go. It's a bit, what looks a bit choppy at Talledega today. So we're going to come and start our 2 fast laps. Here we go. Already hitting nearly 200 miles an hour into the banking. That goes down to about 190. Are you going to go 190? Yep, 190. If we can carry that speed through the race, will be fantastic. But then again, with all them rivals around us. As we dip below the yellow line, that was a mistake. But out the banking we come. So this should be a lapping around the 50 area. Yeah, it's a 50.1, so we got to go again. That might put us last. To be fair, I wouldn't mind if I did start last. Because it might help us out a bit. Well, here we go through the banking. Kept good speed, kept above the yellow line that time. Let's see what that does for us. On the line, to the line, and as we predicted correctly, it's 40th place. But we're not too far off Timmy Hill. It's Jimmy Johnson on pole position, but that means absolutely nothing here at Talledega. So without further ado, let's get this thrown over to PRN, and we'll get the Talledega race off and underway.
Today we make our final stop at Talledega Superspeedway for the running of the Alabama 500. The NASCAR playoffs are in full swing as we're only a week away from the field being cut down to 8. A win is all it takes to clinch a spot in the next round, but that's easier said than done, especially at this place. This is NASCAR, and this is Talledega.
Alrighty folks, let's do this as they throw the green. And what we're going to do is we're going to slip in behind Timmy Hill here, because Timmy Hill was going to go right up the track on us. And it invites us down to the bottom. So it's 13 on the stage, but we got 14 on the fuel. So this might become a stage race. As Michael McDowell drops to the back, he's got the right idea, I think. We'll hook up with him. It's going to be a case of settling back here and wait for something to happen. Who knows? Maybe we could push Michael McDowell to a second super speedway victory this season. He's racing a very unusual line there, is McDowell. We're going to just get out the throttle because we were getting close to McDowell there. If you are hearing some wind, I've got my fan on loud. It's cooling my back down a bit. We're quite happy to just stay back here with McDowell. Me and McDowell, we got the right idea, I think. Although some will say, does it really matter if you have a bad Talledega, because you've already won your way into the chase? Well, yeah, that is very true. But I would rather have a solid Talledega race as well. 10 on the stage, 11 on the fuel. So for us, fuel is not an issue. We know we can go to the end of this race. DJ Kennington leaving the door open. Someone retired already. Yes, Martin Truex Jr. There's a load of people checking up here. Truex Jr. is screwing over a bunch of the field. As Clint Boyer, well, now we're on the outside of Boyer. And here comes Danica. And now all of a sudden, we're back at the back of the pack again. So we got a nice little pack here racing. Truex is out already. So that's one less rival to worry about. So we're in the 39. I don't think that'll be the last retirement we see, folks. We're going to stay here with Timmy Hill. Actually being back here, that might help us out. Because if the inevitable happens and there are pit stops before the 2 to go, then we're actually in a prime position to avoid it all. Some good solid racing. It may not be what people want to see, but that don't matter to me. I'm thinking about my race. Now, Timmy Hill's being a bit of a you-know-what back here, so we're going to swing by. Hopefully get the draft off McDowell. I'm not seeing Timmy Hill in my rear view just yet. There he is. Now, if we could drop Timmy, that would be much appreciated. But now we're up to the back of another long-term rival in Danica Patrick. With 6 laps left on the stage, we are dropping Timmy Hill. As we get really close to the back end of Danica, and what a pretty back end it is as well. Yes, that's right. Ian complimented Danica on her arse. You can see here we've got Joey Gase and Elliott Sadler working as a tandem. We have pit stops now. So some cars are going to decide to go now. That might be a good strategy there. So We get 5 laps to go. There's Clint Boyer on our outside. Clint's a good friend of ours. He actually won, and we get a caution. We get a caution, and we're going to stay out and take track position. Everyone else is going to pit. Who's going to be with me up the front? Probably a rival. And in fact, it's not a rival. It's Eric Jones with DJ Kennington and Casey Kane behind me.
Check your belts. We're going to the green.
So this could work out for us in the long haul. As we get 2 to go in the stage. And we're pulling away from the field. But I think that happens normally. Here comes Dale Jr. Now we got to go with Dale Jr.'s lane. They're 3, 4 wide behind me. Here comes Eric Jones. Junior right gives us a smack in the back. Sends himself off. That's a big, big crash, folks. Oh, we're still tumbling. Well, Junior caused all that himself. And yet we don't have any damage to repair, but we better pit, hadn't we? I think I liked it better back here. So let's do this again. $12 in the stage. So we could definitely make it on fuel. Should have actually gone with Eric Jones personally, but never mind. I'll remember that for next time. As we get now, what's going to happen here? Are we losing the draft? I hope we're not. It does look like we're losing the draft. Come on, somebody pull me forward, please. I can still feel the control pad vibrating. It does look like we have lost the draft. But wait. No, the control pad is still vibrating. No, now it's not. We have lost the draft now. That's rather disappointing. But at least if anything happens, we can't get involved with it. So this might actually work out as a good strategy for us. I'm hoping it does. The main thing is, they're not pulling away as much as you'd think they would pull away. They're only pulling away, and we've got problems here. I think somebody else is coming under grief. We're going to get a slingshot past them. Whoa! Oh, good Lord, Newman! That was close. Oh, we're going to need a clean pair of undies for that one. As we get Chase Elliott coming up behind us now. He's a rival. We'll let him through. In fact, I think everyone here is a rival. We've got Chase Elliott, we've got Kevin Harvick, we've got Joey Gase, Ryan Newman. Who's given us a bump draft, but we're going to let him through. He's put us in the wall as well. That's helpful of you, Ryan. And all of a sudden, Denny Hamlin. Well, Denny Hamlin's coming out on pit road. And this lot are going to catch Denny Hamlin, which is pretty good, I'd say. Now I've got someone to draft with. Thank you very much, Denny. Denny's my friend. He knows what's going on. So we're coming up to the back of Matt Kenseth. We'll let De Benedetto in if he wants it. There you go. 7 to go. Danica now, the car on the outside. Matt De Benedetto was creeping there. We'll let him go there. There goes Danica into the 37th position. Denny Hamlin is actually a lap down. De Benedetto again has found himself on the outside. Oh, we wash up the track, that's not good. We're going to jump back in the draft though. I was brushing my nose then for a second. Had an itch. It's still P38 at the minute. Do you know what? I don't care. I've raced a clean race so far. The only bad thing... Oh, big crash! Big crash. Somebody went off. As everybody pitted. And now we have to do the same. Who was that went off? Okay, so Denny Hamlin's got his lap back. We've got a friend in front of us and a friend behind us. Although Denny's not going to fight us too much, so 2 to go in the stage. I forgot about Danica. We're 3 wide. We've got Boyer on the outside. We'll let Boyer in, and Danica getting very aggressive there. Give it right back to her, Denny. Danica following us at every move.
Inside is on your bumper. Inside, good drive off here.
We're on the outside of them all. You've got the Aspen Dental car on the outside. As we get the 1 to go in the stage, passing Matt Kenseth on the outside inside. Close quarter race with Matt Kenseth. Don't think he's letting us in. We're coming up to the back of Chase Elliott. He's swinging out. Here comes Danica to put us in the wall. Oh, you're so kind, aren't you, Danica? It's the 37th place. Are you kidding me? Oh, jeez. Do you know what? I hope she's leading. Well, Denny's pitting, so we'll pit with Denny. Stay on his strategy. We'll stay with Denny, folks. Denny's a good friend.
Ready. Steady. Stay sharp. Train's coming. Race lag. Race lag.
So I would say the magic number is 14. If we stay within... Well, let's see what happens first, shall we? There you are, there's Denny. Good man, Denny. Denny knows the score. We'll stick with Denny and we'll do things. If he wants, I'll push Denny through to the victory. He's doing nothing wrong here, is Denny. He's racing a sensible race. There you are, Danica. Have one of them back. Did she appreciate that? I call that a receipt for what she did earlier. If you look, I've got two friends in front of me. I've got Hamlin and I've got Kenseth. I think Boyer's a friend up there as well. And just remember, Boyer won the first race at Talledega, the Geico 500. Close quarter racing. Casey Kane dropping backwards now. I think any moment now there might be pit stops. It's all a case of who wants to pull that trigger first. Because when they do, I'm going to be on the outside waiting for them. As we get a whole row checking up. That's Chris Buescher checking everyone up. And just like that, 29th place. We don't mind if we give Danica a bit of rough and ready after what she was doing to us. So how are we doing on fuel? We're still 4 laps short. That's fine. As here comes Eric Jones. Eric Jones is a friend. Let's see how Eric races us. Eric Jones on our outside now as Danica pulls us through. If Eric's smart, he'll get behind me. But of course he's Eric Jones. Mind you, he did win Daytona. As we come across the stripe. So now, if there's a caution, everyone makes it. Everyone makes it and everyone starts getting very racy. We're dropping Eric Jones now, so this is working out to the detriment. We've already had the big one, so we can't have another big one. Eric Jones now to the pits. So Eric Jones is going to be the first car you worry about that makes it from here. How's the tyres doing? The tyres are not wearing too bad. Looks like we've got cars going inside, so we may be getting pit stops in a second. In fact, we've got a big checkup again. It's Jeffrey Earnhardt, I think. Want to stay away? Stay away. Getting behind Corey LaJoy. And we got another checkup. Oh, good lord! It's Matt DiBenedetto to the lead. Matt DiBenedetto running out of fuel. It's the Smithfield 99 to the lead. This might have worked. So who else is on our lap? We're dropping DiBenedetto. Of course, Denny Hamlin's on our lap. I forgot about Denny. Denny Hamlin to second place. So me and Denny, we're running on our own. And we're passing most of the field in the pits. This is incredible. 10 to go. And we're going to go slingshot around Gase. Unbelievable. Now it becomes a game of, do we make it? Here comes Joey Gase. Now, I'm going to play a bit of smart here if Joey comes through. If he wants to come through, he can go. But then we'll sneak in behind him. There's DiBenedetto. There's Allmendinger. So everyone now is a lap down, bar Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch, Eric Jones, who pitted, was the first to pit, I think. We've got a car slow on the back straight. It's Danica. Did Danica run out of fuel? Kurt Busch is now in. In fact, Denny's gone in. We're going to try and hold it out, folks. Try and cycle to the lead on raw pace. Joey is doing nothing to harm us. What the? Who's this behind us? You worry when you see a car behind you that it could be a rival. You hope it's not. It's actually AJ Allmendinger, and he is a rival. So we're going to let AJ go. He gives it a little shove through the corner. Now, we're getting to that stage. Look who's appeared in fifth. Michael McDowell's appeared. Michael McDowell out of nowhere. We're still happy to run around. We haven't got a word yet, we're low on fuel. It should come any second now. And when we do get the call, it will be fuel only. But right now, we seem to be managing it. Two laps of fuel left. We're still drafting with Joey Gase and now we're low on fuel. A caution right now does not help us. So I'm gonna come in now. Get it slowed down to 55. So we only want to take one can. No tyres, we can save time there. And we won't repair damage. We will just go with a fuel only stop. As cars get in our way, Eric Jones getting in our way. So, come on Mr. Catch Can Man. I want to see your best stop, 6 seconds. Here we go. There's nobody behind us. There's Elliott Sadler behind us, I should say. We'll let him go through. Are we still in the lead? The answer is yes, but here comes Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch to lead. We got Landon Castle and Eric Almirola coming up fast. And made a big gap to Casey Kane. These two are fighting each other. They're also rivals, so I've got to get out of the way. Landon Castle. The Smithfield cars have connected. Good Lord, the Smithfield cars are 1 and 2. On the road, Blaney! Blaney, what was you doing? Oh dear, right. It was looking good then for us. Smithfield 1-2. Right, we're going to take track position. Look at all these cars up in the top 10 or so. We are going to go in Kurt Busch's lane. And we're not even going to worry, folks. I don't even know where Kurt Busch is. He's right there. As Landon Castle comes up with the K-Love's car. And now Joey Gates. Here's Denny. And McDowell. In fact, McDowell's gonna let us in. I don't want to say it, folks, but we could still win this race. Who's this going around the outside? It's Casey Kane. Casey Kane. Oh, you've got to be kidding. You piece of whatever, Ty Dillon. Why, Dylan, the piece of whatever? And we have to serve a penalty. I think that is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong, and I think he should be held accountable. And the fact we're going to finish 27th, I think, is a crime. We had a better car than that. And I think the less said the better, because I'm absolutely irate. I'll say something I'll regret. But I think Mr. Dillon needs to remember that I don't forget. We had a fantastic race going, and we've been screwed by Dillon. I want a word with him. But first, folks, before we do, let's see Dale Jr. absolutely destroying the whole field. Tell me this wasn't premeditated by Jr. Oh, there we go. Bye-bye. Wee. Oh, a bad over the field. And I come to rest on the side. And now we jump on to see who that was that crashed. Oh, sorry. So there goes the car. We check up, it was Chase Elliott. So Chase Elliott bit the dust. And then the controversy. Tell me how what we're about to see should be considered legal. I think I got the car wrong. It wasn't Ty Dillon, it was Austin Dillon, the fake ass intimidator. So you can see, we've got the lane, and then he just comes down on us. I want to see another angle of that. So here is that other angle. We got Casey Kane on our outside. There goes Casey. So obviously Casey's faster. Now watch in the corner of your screen. Here comes Tut there. He's got a receipt coming to him. A big receipt. So it's a big congratulations to Landon Castle, who wins the Alabama 500. I believe for front row, 34 I think is front row. Look at all those cars a lap down, and most of them were chase cars as well. This is going to really shake the chase up. It also means we now don't get our incentive contract. Look at that, that's really shook the chase up. Kansas just became a all or nothing race for a lot of cars. So we did have the fastest lap at a 48.6. Jimmy Johnson led the most laps. Jeffrey Earnhardt the car on the move. Well, that's fair enough. And Jimmy Johnson, tough luck. You started on the pole and finished last. Well, 34th. Not quite last. Yeah, no one wants to talk trash on Twitter, do they? So, we now go on to the final race in the round of 12, and it is the Hollywood Casino 400 at Kansas Speedway. So let's go take a look at the rivals. There's still a fair few rivals. Colwitt's now a rival. We seem to have gained Clint Boyer as a friend. Look at that. I think Clint takes... I actually want to know, because I think the free car, is that Childress? If the free car is Childress, none of the Childress drivers are here. Well, I think, no, Kenseth is Joe Gibbs on this wreck game. I'd love to know what the other drivers thought of him, what he did there. Because I think he was out of order, personally. So the playoff grid looks like this. To get to, so we're definitely there in the round of 8. So who joins us? Well, I would think that nobody is safe. For the first, this is the first time you can actually say nobody is safe. You could probably guesstimate that Keselowski, Hamlin, Busch, Logano, Harvick and Busch, they're safe. But after that, it's anybody. And that's the good thing about the chase. You can have 2 bad races and all of a sudden you're out. And we go to the next race of the chase, which is the Hollywood Casino 400 at Kansas Speedway. So join us for that next time. And until then, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.